Ladies and gentlemen, I understand it looks like we're having some technical difficulties, but that's a thing that we're going to have to deal with. I understand I am paused right now, but we are still rolling on tonight's program. Now we're back in live. I can actually now see the beautiful video of tonight's program. So let's get this under the way. Obviously, I missed 6 for 6 1 year anniversary. So about 6 days ago, we had our first show back on June 8th, 2021. So we made it all the way around the calendar doing this podcast. Yes, we had some breaks here and there, but we actually made an entire year around the calendar. So excited about it. I understand we need to celebrate and all this stuff that we've done for this podcast in general, but I think that's going to have to wait for year two for a bigger celebration because I didn't plan it accordingly and kind of screwed myself up with that. But that happens because, poor planning and all that stuff. But besides that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go down into 6 for 6 in the Sweet 16 episode. So sweet. We got 5 games for you, 5 sporting events to keep your eyes busy this weekend. Couple events tonight, so I'll get this out and also tweet this video out. So those people who can watch some sporting events tonight, definitely going to be something interested in. But let's go to our record. So last week we only had 4 games that I was able to select and that I could find televised that would seem interesting, and we went 2 for 2. So we're back to the 500 thing that we all know and love at this network. Going 6 for 6, we'll get that almost all the time, going 500. So that puts our overall record to 41 and 47. So we're getting close back to 500, a long way. Hopefully we can go 5-0 in this week, make it so much easier on ourselves, and let's go from there. So Kirsty Wilson's tuning in, and then the man, the myth, the Jedi legend is back. Thank you, Ison, for tuning in. Definitely going to be an interesting one for sure. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go in tonight's topic. So in the first off, we got WNBA. Got that tonight. Seattle Storm versus Minnesota Lynx. WNBA tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time on ESPN. Got a solid one for you tonight on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely going to be interesting, but I'm going to have to go with Seattle Storm on this one. They're 8-5 this season with a 2-2 away record, but the Lynx on this one, ladies and gentlemen, not having a great start off to the season. They're 3-11 and they're 1-5 at home. Not pretty. And out of their last 5 games, Minnesota, they've only won 1 out of their last 5 compared to the Storm where they have won 3 out of their last 5. Gonna have to go with the Storm, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Storm slip up and lose. But I think this is a guarantee that the Storm is gonna win this one in this matchup tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Kirsty Wilson is also gonna pick the Storm, and Ison is also gonna go with Seattle on this one. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, in the 4th slot, we have Major League Soccer tonight as well, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific on ESPN Plus. We got the Seattle Sound FC versus Vancouver Whitecaps. And like I said, tonight, definitely going to be interesting. Looking at their last matchups, looks like Seattle has been taking care of business, but out of the matchups, there's been a couple draws. But out of the 5, I would say head-to-head matchups, I would say Seattle has won 3 out of those 5 for those head-to-head matchups. So I'm going to roll with Seattle on this one as well. Looking at their wins and losses, Seattle has definitely, in this picture, ladies and gentlemen, has won 3 out of the last 5, it looks like. Also, Vancouver has won 3 out of their last 5 as well. So definitely going to be interesting. Definitely going to be that late-night action for those who stay up late and have need the desire for sporting events. Definitely a great game to tune in for sure, ladies and gentlemen. With that, we got a lot of stuff going in. With that, Kirsty Wilson is picking the Sounds, but going back in, got the Lynx might as well happen at the end of the season, but correction for our team, with that as well. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have the number 3 slot. Next, you're going to have it Saturday. We have the Guardians against the Dodgers. Saturday, June 18th, 7:15 p.m. Eastern, 4:15 p.m. Pacific time on Fox. Definitely going to be a great matchup. But, ladies and gentlemen, the Guardians have been struggling this season. It's not a pretty start for them. They're 29-27 with a 13-17 away record. and the Dodgers are 37-23 with a 17-20 record this season. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to agree with ESPN. The Dodgers have a 72% chance of winning this game. I'm going to have to agree with ESPN on this take that the Dodgers is going to beat the Guardians. Understand this is a multiple series, and yes, they do play, I believe, on Friday, but I like the Saturday game because it's more televised on a mainstream network for a lot of people to watch. So that's why I picked this game over Friday's game, but I'm going to have the Dodgers winning it in this matchup. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got some other stuff going on. Kirstie Wilson's got the Dodgers winning it as well. But going into the number 2 slot, we got the Stanley Cup Finals tonight. Well, not tonight, on Wednesday, June 15th. Got Tampa Bay Lightning versus Colorado Avalanche. Definitely exciting matchup. Could Tampa Bay three-peat? Could Colorado get that title that they've been seeking for a long time, ladies and gentlemen? Definitely going to be an interesting game one to go in. But I think Tampa Bay is going to take care of business in game one and pull out the dub. I could see them have a rocky start and lose game one, but they're going to set the tone in this matchup and take care of business and win, this opening to the series. And looking at their records, Tampa Bay's record is 51-23-8 versus the Avalanche record is 56-19-7. So obviously the Avalanche have the better record and they're taking care of business and they have the better homestand. With the Avalanche's homestand is 32-5-4 compared to Tampa Bay's, away record is 24-15-2. So the Avalanche's record at home is very solid. They're a team to be a force to reckon with. And starting out this series at home is definitely going to be something that the Avalanche needs to do. Make sure they don't give a game up when they're home. But I think, like I said, Tampa Bay is that championship contending team. They've been here already. This is the third time they're looking for that three-peat. I think it's a no-brainer that, I won't see, the Tampa Bay Lightning going down without a fight because they're improving their legacy, trying to three-peat it. It's been a while since the last time a team has three-peated in NHL, and it could happen tonight. Well, not tonight, but in this series, in history could be made. Definitely going to be interesting to watch, ladies and gentlemen. You can catch this game Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time on ABC or on ESPN+. So you got 2 avenues to watch this game. Definitely going to be interesting to watch on this one. Got some comments coming in as well. Kirstie Wilson's going to go with the Avalanche and Colorado for our team on the Isons Network. Definitely going to be seeing what that goes in. We'll have to see how this develops as the series progresses and how the injuries and all that stuff in this NHL Stanley Cup Finals. Definitely going to be something interesting. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we all know what game of the week is, or within that series. It's the NBA Finals Game 6, where it could all end if the Warriors win Game 6 Thursday, June 16th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on ABC. Celtics Warriors. The Celtics are at home, so they're back at the Garden. Definitely going to be, down to the wire. And it's always something about that Garden in those high-key elimination scenarios. Keeps Boston in it, keeps them fighting, will force them to a Game 7. But it's the Warriors. They have that veteran experience. They know how to close out playoff games. So it's definitely going to be I would say, most anticipating game. I said the Warriors, before the series got underway, I said the Warriors were going to squeak it out in 6, but I could see a 7. But I'm going to go with the Warriors. I said with that pick, Warriors in 6. I'm going to stick to it. I'm not going to be a fair weather fan, say, oh, it could change and all that stuff. I'm sticking with the Warriors in 6. No questions asked about it. But ESPN has the Celtics with a 68% chance of winning this game. But I don't want to stout the Warriors with Steph, Clay, Draymond, and company taking care of business. I understand Draymond has been getting away with a lot of stuff on the court, and the rest have not been doing a fair job about it. But I can't complain. It's how the game is being played. But you know what the Celtics have been doing? They've been draining threes, keeping this game interesting. And I don't think they're going to go down without a fight in their first ever final appearance. Since, I wouldn't say not first ever final appearance, but it's been a while since they've been in this position. So with a lot of young guys, you'll see the Celtics team back for sure in the next years to come. But the Warriors are trying to respark their legacy, with their late 2010s appearances with their titles, and now back in the early 2020s, making sure they're still relevant and improving their legacy as a team and all that stuff. Definitely helping Steph Curry and his legacy. Didn't need, KD to get back here and all that stuff. Definitely showing that he's a true Hall of Famer. And if he wins, it helps cement his legacy as being a key point guard in the NBA in today's day and age, for sure. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll do a quick recap, but I'll go through some of our comments. Kirsty Wilson has picking the Celtics to tie the series, and our Isons Network is going to go with Boston to win, or they want Boston to win. With that, we'll do a quick recap, and we'll bring this episode into a close. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go into this. So for WNBA, I have the Seattle Storm taking care of it tonight against the Minnesota Lynx tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on ESPN. Number 4 in the 4th slot, we got the Seattle Sound FC versus Vancouver Whitecaps tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time on ESPN Plus, and I have the Sounders winning it. Next up, we have Game 3, the Cleveland Guardians versus the Los Angeles Dodgers, Saturday, June 18th, 7:15 p.m. Eastern, 4:15 p.m. Pacific time on Fox, and I have the Dodgers winning it. Next up, we have Tampa Bay Lightning versus Colorado Avalanche. Game 1, Wednesday, June 15th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on ABC or on ESPN Plus. And I have Tampa Bay Lightning winning this game. And last but not least, NBA Finals Game 6, Thursday, June 16th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time on ABC. And I have the Warriors pulling out Game 6. With that, we have our closing remarks. With that, regardless, going in, if the Warriors lose, Curry has a legacy already closed out, and he's a first ballot future Hall of Famer. This is just icing on the cake. I couldn't agree more, but just getting that extra title doesn't hurt nobody. It helps, improve that status and just making sure, he's in that, generations of the 2000s, or I wouldn't say 2000s, but in the 2010s, where he's in that conversation of something great for sure. And Kirsty Wilson saying Curry's already GOAT. And then just breaking it down this week, on Saturday, you can catch Across the Galaxy on 6:30 p.m. on 6:30 p.m. Central Time to break down Obi-Wan Kenobi on episode 5. So definitely tune in to that, and we'll see how that episode goes in and how we analyze it. So definitely tune in to our program on Across the Galaxy on Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, and 7:30 p.m. I will say Eastern and all that stuff. I won't go through all the time zones because we all can figure it out, and we all are smart individuals to figure that out. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll do a quick recap. Or like I said, I already did my quick recap. Just remind you of my record. We're 41-47 right now. And last time we had our show, we went 2-2. And just remember, guys, we already did a 1 year. You could say this is a 1 year anniversary show and stuff like that. But our first show was June 8th, 2021. A fantastic milestone that we've accomplished here. And we're just going to keep getting better from this point forward. We're just going to get all that excitement and all that stuff. But if you missed tonight's show, it's going to be on all of the podcast networks, and I will tweet this right after the show. So definitely catch that and re-watch this and try to track which games I get right, and also follow along with our record to see how that develops. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude tonight's program. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next week on next week's episode of 6 for 6, and that will do it. So long for now. Bye-bye.